Hello students, welcome again to online edu class of science. Today we will continue with chapter number 16, Water, a Precious Resource, part 2. Children, as we have already studied about water table in the previous class, so the gradual and continuous lowering of water table is known as depletion of water table or groundwater depletion. Let us see various factors responsible for this. Increasing population. Increasing population creates demand for construction of houses, shops, offices, roads and pavements. This decreases the open areas like parks and playgrounds. This in turn decreases the seepage of rainwater into the ground. Moreover, a huge amount of water is required for construction work. Often, groundwater is used for this purpose. So, on one hand, we are consuming more groundwater and on the other hand, we are allowing lesser water to seep into the ground. This results in depletion of water table. Increasing industries. The number of industries is increasing continuously, which draw a huge quantity of water from the ground, leading to the depletion of water table. Agriculture activities. With increase in population, the demand for food has increased manifold. A majority of farmers depend on rainwater to grow crops. But due to unpredictable rainfall, they depend on irrigation methods. In many places, the canal system may suffer from the lack of water due to erratic rainfall. Nowadays, farmers use large quantities of groundwater by digging deep tube wells to cultivate crops. This also results in depletion of water table. Now, let us see water management. A water crisis or scarcity is defined as a situation where there is fall in the availability of usable water such that there is insufficient water to satisfy normal requirements. We often see long queues of water, fights, marches and protests for demand of water at many places, especially during summers. The scarcity of water can be overcome by the proper management of available water, which helps in the conservation of water and minimize its wastage. Some of the steps that we can take for the proper management of water are: first, rainwater harvesting. One way of increasing the availability of water to overcome its shortage is rainwater harvesting. The process of collecting rainwater from roofs and street corners and storing it for later use is called rainwater harvesting. In this method, water is collected in percolation pit and recharge wells so as to recharge groundwater. This is an ideal solution to water problems in areas with inadequate water resources. Second, prevention of wastage of water. The wastage of water in households, commercial buildings, schools and public places can be prevented by closing taps when not in use, repairing any leakage from pipes, etc. Third, reuse of water. The treated wastewater can be used for watering lawns and gardens, washing vehicles and floors of the building and for construction purposes. It helps in saving fresh water. Fourth is revival of Bawris. At many places in India, we have an age-old practice of water storage and water recharge system like the Bawris. Bawri is a step well in which the rainwater is collected and stored. It provides water to the people during drought periods. Due to the acute water shortage faced by the people in some places, the Bawris are being renovated and revived. Fifth is drip irrigation. Plants need sufficient water to grow. Plants absorb water through the roots. Drip irrigation is a technique of watering plants by making use of a system of narrow pipes or tubes with small holes which deliver the water drop by drop directly around the roots. Thus, wastage of water is avoided. This system allows the farmers to produce a high yield with very little water. And the last one is construction of dams. An artificial wall built across a river which allows the water to collect behind it in a reservoir is known as a dam. System of artificial canals channelizes water from the reservoir to the region downstream for irrigation. Rainwater or river water can be prevented from flowing away by constructing dams. The dams control floods, provide water for irrigation, industries, solve drinking water problem, especially during summer seasons, generate electricity, etc. Children, have you wondered if the condition of water scarcity will continue for longer time, then how it will affect us? Let us see. First is non-availability of food. The plants cannot carry out the process of photosynthesis without water, so they cannot make food for themselves. Animals directly or indirectly depends on plants for food. Without plants, animals will also have no food. Second, non-availability of oxygen. Children, we know that oxygen gas is released in the process of photosynthesis, which also requires water. Without photosynthesis, no oxygen will be released by green plants and hence no oxygen will be available to animals and humans for breathing. Third, less rainfall. Trees and green plants release a lot of water vapor into the atmosphere through transpiration. This water vapor helps in the formation of clouds in the water cycle. Trees in the forest help in bringing rain. The deforested area receives less rainfall. So children, we can conclude that water is a precious natural resource without which we cannot imagine our life. Thus, we must conserve and restore its balance in nature so that it must be available for future generations as well. So here, we come to the end of this chapter. Go through it carefully and understand it properly. Thank you.